Oh, this isn't my usual video, but fucking hell, I'm stressed out. I do need to wear my headphones for this actually. So what we've got here is Synthesizer V2. I've used Synthesizer? I don't know how you say it. Fuck. I've used the first version for under a year at least. I think I picked it up back in July or August at some point. I started making songs with vocals and it was good. I used Solaria at first and I discovered Soros, who seems to be decent at it. This is what I'm trying to achieve anyway. And I'm gonna get Havoc, which will have some problems unfortunately. Also I'm not sure if he's AI generated or all of them. I need to check that out first, but the point is, I wanted a quick sort of way to get vocals, and because I'm not a vocalist myself, as you can probably tell by the inconsistencies in my voice, I can't achieve that on my own, and I needed something else, and that's why I got Synthesizer V. I tried other ones like EM Voice, which were crap. I've looked at others as well, and even tried to look at ethical AI generated voices, which non-exist. Like I would use Plankton for example, who's a fucking funny vocalist for AI. But I don't know if that's ethical or not, so I didn't really want to tackle that. But anyway, it's all these two now. After having used Synthesizer V for a while, I've upgraded to number two, and I'll explain why it's a trial mode at the moment. Yeah, so I was looking for some advice on how to make better vocals and melodies for like the song here I've got, and I was struggling. I needed good advice, and someone eventually said, like, if you don't know vocals, you should wait for Synthesizer V2 and get Havoc, or HXV, however you say his name. And so I looked into it, and it seemed like Synthesizer V2 had some interesting updates to it. And I mainly wanted it just to get Havoc voice bank so I can actually do proper metal vocals and not rely on a growl script, which I was using before, which wasn't very reliable because it needed distortion, so it didn't sound like crap. But now there's someone who can actually do growl vocals at least. Wait, can they even do fry scream? I forgot what it's called, like the fry vocals, I guess. It's just fry vocals, I think. I wonder if Havoc could do that. That's besides the point. But yeah, I've used this for a while since upgrading. I remember the subreddit at least seems to be pretty hyped about this update. And yeah, there's like not really a reason not to be. It had a lot going for it for the most part anyway. Didn't really see any complaints, although they could have been buried just a passing of time. So yeah, I just got the upgrade and I bought the vocal updates too, vocal bank updates, which I thought I did, and this is the first problem. So I got the upgrade and it was a pain to install. For some reason they made it so fucking secret to install the fucking thing. So they send you an email and they give you an activation code and a link. Fair enough. And I got there and it didn't do anything. Like, I clicked on the link, didn't show anything for like the first 5 minutes. So I was getting pretty worried now, thinking, okay, something's not right, and I just wasted my money. You know, it's about £30 to upgrade from version 1 to version 2. Not bad, it's not as scummy as other people, but still, it seems a bit steep though, given like there's very few features to V2, technically speaking, that make it any different to V1. Yeah, so eventually the download link appeared, Yeah, for some reason it just appeared, and it didn't come like it should have been there from the beginning, which is so stupid. It should have been automated, and for some reason it doesn't seem to be, which is bizarre. Though as much as automation can be a bad thing when it's done poorly, it could also be a good thing. It's like usually good when you buy VSTs. Like that's usually the standard. You know, you buy it, you get the license, you get the download link, and you install it, put in the license code. That's it. But you have to wait with this. It's like, okay, I just put a lot of money into this, and it's not here. Okay, whatever. So I installed it, logged in, and it seemed to have another issue because I bought two voice bank updates, and they said it would work for the ones that I have, which is Soros and Solaria. It even said on their site, and it's even sold on their site, said I could pick any two voices to upgrade to V2. So I did. I picked that option, and it didn't give me a selection for like what voices, so I was a bit confused about that as well. It turns out when you get the license, you input it, and then it gives you a list of voice banks to upgrade. What I didn't know, however, is that Soros and Solaria are not sold by Dreamtonics. And this essentially means that I bought an upgrade for two voices that I did not own. I didn't own any of the Dreamtonic voices. I only owned Soros and Solaria, which are Eclipse sounds. So it seems like someone's lying here, like either Dreamtonic's page or Google or something. Because I did look it up. I looked for the upgrade from version 1 to 2 for those two, and this was the first option that came up. It was the voice banks for Dreamtonics upgrade. So I did end up getting a refund in the end, and that's why I'm on the trial, but they refunded the license as well, even though I only asked for the amount for the voice banks. And I said I only want the refund for the voice banks. But they did the full refund, which is odd. So it's like, I don't even know if the person running their accounts or whatever is actually human, or it's a bit confusing. So that was the first issue. Um, but the second issue came when I started using it, and this is such a major issue. Other than the fact there's AI retakes, which I don't really approve of, and they don't really do anything either. I've used them, but they don't do anything. It's weird. Um, yeah, this is a new thing. They give you tutorials for some reason. It's in the way all the time. It's fucking annoying. It does need to stop. And I will go through like the goods briefly here now. Actually, this interface is better. Like you can switch it whenever you want. So yeah, I could just change the time signature. Go 6:4, which I don't need that. I can't undo for some reason. There we go. It changes it here as well, which is really handy, and also the fact you could type in like, can I do denominator 17 and numerator 13? No, no. Okay, I was about to say that would have been good, but can you do like above the denominator? Yeah, so it should be 16. That should be 17. Yeah, it does. That's good. Good feature. Can't complain. And tempo switch here. It used to be like right click on everything, and it's not there anymore. It's got the usual settings, a grid, set just to show AI retakes or not. Wait, that's because of player crash, and this is another issue I'll go into later. Yeah, and it seems good from the outset. And I noticed when I was using it, the render speed was actually quicker. I've seen people report that it hasn't, and I think this might be because of hardware conflict. I don't know what piece of hardware this is actually utilising, to be honest. I don't know if it's GPU, CPU, or RAM. It's something. But I have decent hardware, both 32 GB of RAM, 4x8 sticks, 3600 MHz. I have a Ryzen 5800X, and my GPU is an RTX 3070, and I'm also running on an SSD, and that probably helps as well. Yeah, and I think that can impact performance issues, so it's probably not something that everyone struggles with, but some probably do. Yeah, the thing I like about expression here, what's mode? You can change it to like vibrant, raw, stable, whatever. I haven't noticed a difference at the moment, probably because I'm running version 1. So it probably doesn't make any difference. It probably will when I upgrade the voices. And the vibrato is my favourite feature. Finally, you can just edit it with a slider by clicking a note, doing that, and it will render it when it's not crashing. Yeah, but it's pretty handy to have that. Because that was an annoyance with the other one, because to do vibrato before, you have to like open loudness here, which you have two things here. Well, I don't know what the pheromone timing does exactly. I'm pretty new to this, if this is obvious. Yeah, you used to have to go to pitch deviation and blah blah blah. Something like that. And it's just annoying to do. But now you just click it out, up, down, whatever. I think that's all the good things though. I could show the settings briefly for anyone, because I know some people don't show it in depth enough. I'll talk about the downsides. So, the downsides, I think one of the biggest things is the reliability. I think this is a huge problem at the moment, and is the reason to not upgrade, even though I do need to out of necessity. The reliability of it has been not great, even though it's not crashed technically. It's like in other doors of VSTs, even do. Like when like Contact, for example, crashes, the old players anyway, it'll crash your entire door. And that wasn't good. That fucking sucked. It was just shitty. And the fact that wasn't ever fixed, and instead they made newer versions of Contact Player, is just shitty. But here, when it crashes, it doesn't crash your door, and that deserves credit, I think. But at the same time, you do need to be made aware of it, and that's one of the problems. Because as you can see, I can freely interact with this even though it's crashed, which is the other problem. You know, just I can interact with it as much as I want, but it's technically crashed. And I'll show you why that is now. So I've got my song here, my track. You know, this can't play because it's crashed, which is the weirdest fucking thing ever. And nothing fixes it. And so if I go into my actual door itself, stop recording. But some reason it doesn't. I've never noticed that before. Okay. That's weird. Go to the beginning. But no, won't play. So this is immediately another issue with the crash. But the main thing is that the voice bank doesn't work. So if I go to my verse here, verse 2. Actually, I was doing chorus, wasn't I? Yeah, chorus. Play. Nothing. And just to show, it's all there. It's on. It's all in the where it's supposed to be. It's just confusing. So I don't know what's happened here, and this is such a huge issue. It just makes no sense, and it's sort of warning me about like overlapping notes, which there aren't any. It wouldn't render if there wasn't any in the last one, the last version. And it doesn't render here either, but for some reason, it seems to think that's what's causing the issue, and it's not. And it's just crashed outright. Like, that's it. That's the issue. It's not nothing to do with overlapping notes or anything. It's just a crash, plain and simple, of the voice bank. And yes, I have got the update and I have installed it again just for Synth V2, using the V1 version anyway. And it's frustrating as hell. I don't know what to do. This is essentially disrupting my workflow. I do need to get on with making this music because there's a new song that I'm working on. It's for my original music stuff, Shoulder in Existence. Just a pen name for just songs. There's really no meaning to it. Yeah, like, it's disruptive. I can't really do much. And I don't know how to fix it either other than restarting the entire fucking thing, which takes about 2 minutes or 3 minutes to load. Because for some reason, FL Studio doesn't have that optimization where you can just open it instantly. It's just bizarre. I can't quite believe it myself, honestly. Yeah, and if you go onto like the forums and stuff, like the attitude towards Synthesizer V has changed completely. You know, everywhere you look, Reddit, Dream Tonics forum, it's a complete dumpster fire. And I did see a post of someone asking, is Synthesizer V2 safe to upgrade to? And literally the first comment is saying, yes, it's fine, I've had no crashes at all. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, people are reporting crashes like everywhere. On top of bugs and just instability issues in general. Like, if that isn't some sort of fucking staff account, then I don't know. Paid actor, probably. Oh, yeah, it's just unbelievable. I've never seen such a bad product in terms of like VSTs. But even though EM voice was pretty bad itself, this is a whole new level because of reliability alone. And also like effecality, however you say it, like AI retakes, whatever they do. It's also possible it's because I haven't upgraded to the V2 voice banks. Yeah, I'm just dumbfounded with this. I'm very stressed out about it too because I need to get on with this and I just don't want any more fucking problems with like music, VST and stuff. Yeah, I've already got tons of problems as it is that sort of disrupt my entire workflow and like creativity. Like shredded, for example, when I'm working on my metal covers, the slides don't work for some reason. They never have, and so far nobody's found a fix to it. It's absolutely nuts, and that issue's been around for over 5 years. Like, I don't understand it. Sometimes it's like the developers just don't care. A lot of the time, it fucking sucks. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say about this, really, and what I've got to show. Yeah, it's a different video, but there we go. Thanks for watching. Uh, I don't really know what to say doing this. Yeah, I don't know.